Hello everyone, my name is Tim Harrigan. I'm with the Biosystems and Agricultural Engineering Department, and I will discuss innovations in animal-powered mechanization in West Africa. I will explain the current situation, our goals and approach, priorities, historical development of agricultural mechanization, tractorization versus animal traction, and appropriate technology. Before we begin, let's consider some aspects of mechanization. Agricultural mechanization is replacing human labor with tools, implements, and machines to reduce drudgery and improve labor productivity. Tractorization is a subset of agricultural mechanization and is the adoption of wheeled tractors as a source of tractive or draft power. Appropriate scale mechanization refers to mechanized technologies that are technically, environmentally, economically, and socially appropriate for smallholder farmers. Consider it within the context of a set of technical, social, cultural, political, and economic dimensions. In the West African country of Burkina Faso, more than 90% of the people are involved in agriculture. Nearly one half of the farms are less than 2.5 hectares in size, and a 10-hectare farm is a large farm. Most of the rural population lives in poverty and relies on subsistence farming. One half of the farms have a cash income of less than $2 per day. The primary cash crops in the Haut-Bessin region where we are working are maize, soybean, cotton, peanut, and sesame. Nearly 70% of all field work in Burkina Faso is done by hand. About 29% is with draft animals and less than 1% with wheeled tractors. Farmers with oxen are privileged farmers. Even where preparation is with animal power, nearly all planting, weeding, and harvest continues to be done by hand. Our work's overarching goal is to help smallholder farmers improve their quality of life by integrating low external input technologies into crop and livestock systems, reducing the drudgery and reducing labor bottlenecks. We seek to build ecosystem resilience and improve farm profitability. Life is difficult for smallholder farmers. Overcultivation and overgrazing have degraded soils, rainfall is increasingly unpredictable, and there is a lack of affordable animal traction tools for conservation agriculture. There is a need for affordable tools for conservation cropping. Women and children bear responsibility for the most tedious cropping activities requiring hand labor, such as planting and weeding. Mechanization can improve the quality of life for farm families and advance gender equity. Our interaction with stakeholders defines and guides our work in Burkina Faso. The exchange illuminates a set of common goals and values shared by smallholder farmers. Farmers are actively involved in setting research and development priorities and in farmer-to-farmer interaction in evaluating and sharing the work results. We seek to assess a diverse set of technologies with complexity levels compatible with the local economic, social, and environmental conditions. The highest priorities for innovation were labor-intensive tasks of land preparation, planting, weed control, and water use and conservation. Because mechanization is underdeveloped, mechanical skills for equipment fabrication, repair, and maintenance are also low. We are training local blacksmiths to build soil-conserving zone tillage, planting, and weeding tools. The inline ripper removes the need for intensive tillage while improving water infiltration, reducing soil erosion, and improving planting timeliness. We trained local artisans to build a conservation planter that features a low-cost seed plate drive mechanism with accurate seed delivery. A furrow opener designed for consistent seed depth and residue clearing, and furrow closers and press wheels adapted for low disturbance, soil stabilizing, inline zone tillage. Compared to the local cultivator shovels, the low crown, low pitch sweeps improved cultivator stability, operator comfort, and weed control. The sweeps increased the effective root cutting width by 20% while reducing cultivator draft, which is the pulling force required by the oxen, by 21%. Let's compare the development of mechanization in the U.S. with mechanization in Burkina Faso. In the U.S., in the 1800s, the land was plentiful and in many cases free to homesteaders, but labor was scarce. How much a farm family could produce with limited labor limited their farm's profitability. New machines saved time and labor, and farmers had a greater crop volume on a larger land area. The new machines enhanced farm profitability as farms grew in size. Now, let us compare those conditions to modern-day Burkina Faso, where labor is readily available, land holdings are small, and farmland for expansion is scarce. Farm income is low, and modern farm machinery is expensive. Draft animals are plentiful and readily available. Local artisans build and maintain hand tools and simple farm equipment, but the demand for modern farm equipment remains low. We are building the capacity of local artisans to build and repair equipment. The artisans live among farm people and understand their needs. They will continue the process of innovation long after we complete our work. Modern farm equipment is not profitable for most smallholder farmers in Burkina Faso. Machines depreciate as they age, whereas oxen increase in value as they grow and mature. Farmers can sell oxen for more than they paid for them. Reliance on mechanized power increases risk because most farming communities lack the skills and support infrastructure to repair breakdowns and assure timely field operations. Fuel costs can be high and volatile. There are other benefits to animal traction. In many areas, roads are poor, wheeled vehicle traffic access is difficult and can sometimes be impossible. Draft animals can navigate narrow trails and rugged terrain even in adverse weather. Wheeled tractors can damage the soil in poor field conditions. Draft animals are less damaging to wet soil than wheeled tractors. Cattle reproduce and can be easily replaced with little capital outlay if they become disabled. The sale of mature cattle is an essential source of farm income that mitigates risk. Farms in many areas of Africa are small, with few opportunities to expand the land base. Farm income is low, and farm equipment is expensive. Few farmers can use modern farm equipment profitably in these conditions. Nonetheless, appropriate scale mechanization can lead to gender equity and transition from labor-intensive to management-intensive agriculture.